Okay, what is the
All right. Hello, hello. I think we're all live now. Just gonna kind of hang out for a moment, let some people join, make sure that everyone is in here. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me fine, if everything sounds great, and also let me know where you're watching from.
We can hear you well.
All right. Hello, hello. I think we're all live now. Also, while we're waiting for people to join, let me know where you all are watching from and if you've ever used Pic-Time before. If you're new to Pic-Time, if you've been using it for a bit, I'm curious to see how many Pic-Time users we already have in here. We got South Africa in the house, Chapel Hill, so some good old North Carolina. Hello, hello, we got Texas in the house. We got BC, Spain, Buffalo. We got everybody in here. Arizona. Wow. I can't even keep up. Tennessee, Vancouver, the UK, Colorado. Yay. Oh man, so many. We got LA, Oregon. It's like the whole world we're just gathering together. So I'm gonna go ahead and start in just a minute. Just want to make sure we have everyone in here able to watch. And again, let me know if you've already used Pic-Time before, if you're new to Pic-Time, if you're familiar with it, or if you're not even sure what it is. We got all of our Pic-Time family in Zoom. Awesome. Current user. All right, 10 minutes in, that sounds pretty good. So let's not waste any more time. Welcome to the free webinar from Pic-Time. If you're not familiar with who I am John Branch of John Branch IV Photography. I'm a wedding photographer and have been for 7 years now, and also a Pic-Time user, and have been using Pic-Time for about 3 to 4 years now. And I absolutely love the system. So today we're gonna be hanging out with Nirit and Amir, talking about Pic-Time, holiday sales, and sales automation, which is honestly some of my favorite features of Pic-Time. And again, if you're new to Pic-Time and you're not familiar with it, the sales automation is something you need to go ahead and check out and start using. So again, Pic-Time is an online platform for selling, delivering, and just having a gallery of your photos from your shoots that you can send off to your clients and also have them buy prints. And again, like I said, the sales automation is probably the best part. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Nirit and Amir. Tell us a little bit more about Pic-Time, yourselves, and just a quick overview of Pic-Time as well.
Do you hear us now, John?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right. And let's try to fix the video as well, and then we'll be like really great. For some reason, so it says that you need to enable the video. Our video? Ooh, yeah, I don't know why, but we can start talking while you're searching, or Aga will search it. But this is like what we're trying to do. Okay, let's start. It's a little weird without seeing our faces, I know. I see that you're looking for the right area.
But I think you can talk a little bit about us, Pic-Time.
Okay, So I'll start talking a little bit about us. So Pic-Time was founded by me and Amir. We're husband and wife. We're based in Israel. So the whole team is kind of spread all over the world. Some of it, most of the development and design is in Israel. And then support is just all over the world. We have from Australia and Europe and the US, of course. So that's us. For the holidays, you want to say something else that is not more general?
No.
Okay.
Good.
So for the holidays, we are really excited. I think that this is a very important time in the online sales, and especially for you photographers. So we created 3 new apps for this. Actually 4 if we're counting also the additional album one. And that's why we're here to talk about it. So for those who don't know us, we want to have a quick tour, like not tour, really just the touch points or best sites. Like if you were in India, I would take you to the Taj Mahal. So this is what we want to do now. Now we're trying to share the page, the video. Is it working for us?
Okay.
There it is.
Yes.
And you see us as well?
Yes, I'm unable to start my video anymore, but that's okay. We're going to see your faces for now.
Okay, so it's either you or us. Okay. So let's do like a very, very quick, for those of you who are joining us and are not familiar with Pic-Time. I'll get into one of our galleries, one of the gallery here. It's open, yes. Okay, so Pic-Time is a platform for the online galleries. It starts here with the cover, and then the gallery is, you can see the flow here. We have something that Amir is really proud of, and maybe I'll let him talk about it, is our feed, how the feed looks like, because we have this option to enlarge a landscape photo. So I'm sure that those who are with us know this feature. I just want Amir to say like one word about it.
Just the grid you can create a better storytelling by emphasizing a few photos, and the grid is interesting. I won't go into the difference, the uniqueness of the layout, but if you go and see, it's really unique layout. You can't see it in other places.
Okay, and now all the like option of download, sharing, this is all here. This is like not what we are gathered here for. I'm just going straight to the store, and in the store, and the nice thing in Pic-Time is the images that are in the products are actually not just images that either the photographer chooses or anyone else. It's very personalized for every viewer. So we build a kind of a profile for every user, and every user will see the images that he engaged with the most. So a photographer can start by doing some likes for images, and this is what the client will see in the beginning. It will be the baseline. And then each viewer will get his favorite images here. It's kind of a psychological, psychological information about each viewer. So I think
it's not only on the photos. Also, if you go into the album, then it will use these photos and will automatically create different album. But again, like we said, Nirit's still in the confusion of the beginning, the rough start that we had. So let's take a step down. Yes. Okay. And back to John, right?
Yeah, John.
Yeah, so that's awesome. And again, if you all haven't used Pic-Time, this is probably one of my favorite features about Pic-Time, is the fact that while you're delivering your galleries, the store is very heavily focused on showing your clients their photos in products already, so that when they're looking at their own stuff, it enables them to want to buy more. So basically, Pic-Time is helping with your sales, which is exactly what we're kind of talking about today, which is holiday sales and sales automations. So if you all could, for me, go ahead and tell me a little bit about how Pic-Time has prepared yourselves for holiday sales, for photographers coming up, and being able to make it easier for us to sell prints to our clients coming up in the future.
Okay, so first of all, just to set the store, we were working from early summer on new products to add to the store. We added the folios, we added linen boxes, acrylic prints. So these are all new products. And
foil cards.
Foil cards. Yeah, these foil cards were requested for a long time. These are all the new ones. This is the folio and this is the linen box. But the foil cards are also new. Right now, they're available only through Bay Photo, but we will try and work also with labs in Europe. We are trying. We want everyone to have it as close as possible, but the foil was a complicated project. But we did a refresh of designs also for the regular cards, and we also added color for all our cards.
Yes.
So that's something we kind of added to the festive of the products. So after creating, the extended as wide as possible store, bringing people to the store, this is the real challenge. Like, this is what we want to achieve. And for that, we have the automation that has proven over the years that we've been with the year. It's been only a year?
Yes.
I'm shocked.
No, before that we had the marketing version 1, but this marketing version 2 is exactly a year from now.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
But so if we preparing for that, so first of all, the automation we just launched a year ago, and we saw it. But we enabled the old marketing platform that we had to work in parallel, and we saw the transition going very nicely into that and very strong, especially around the COVID area, March, April. People started to use more, and we saw a dramatic increase in the online sales with that. So we kind of feel very good about the way this marketing enhancement, all this app platform works. And preparing for the holiday, basically we looked a lot on the trends that were in previous sales, in the previous 2 years that we had with end of the year sales, with the holiday sales, Christmas, Black Friday, all this. And in the past, we used to release campaigns for each part, like for Black Friday and for Christmas. So there were lots of moving parts, and people had to assemble and to know exactly the dates of release. And we saw that a lot of times campaigns were not exactly released in the right schedules with the optimum sales. So this year we decided to make it so people can still go and create a general coupon, like campaign, whatever they want. But the campaigns we prepared for the holidays are optimized with the right schedule, the right opening rate for the email, opening schedule for the emails, and the right messaging, and aligned with the peaks of sales that we learned from in previous years. So we have today, there's the cards and the albums, but the real apps for the holidays, 2 apps, is the classic app and the gift focus. And you want to speak about it, but just on the to summarize that. So each of these apps, yes.
Let's go there.
Yeah.
So we can see it, see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the.
So these are the apps. So we have here the gift focused. Where's the classic one?
Yeah, this is the whole. Yeah, this is the classic.
So we have so we just installed it. Just a second. We'll get back to it in a second. So we have these two apps. We have the classic and we have the gift focused, and each one of them, so you need to choose either or. So you can send to few of your customers classic and to other focused, but do not send to the same gallery both apps. So you have to use one of them, and each of them is packaging both Black Friday and the holiday, but you can switch if you don't want to have any of them. And they're, as I said, they're optimized to the schedule. You want to dive in to the apps?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Or John, you want anything before that, or I'm diving in?
Yeah, so I was going to say, again, for anyone who might be a little new to this stuff, so sales automations are packages of preset dates and times that you can customize to your own client's experience, and makes it a lot easier for you to make sales. So again, Pic-Time has put together some really awesome holiday sale packages or apps to help you with that process. And also, just for everyone on Zoom or anyone in YouTube or wherever you're watching for, make sure to ask questions, especially on Zoom in the Q&A section, so we can see that stuff separate from the chat, and we'll make sure to try and get those questions in there. Ask at any time, but if you could, please try and keep it at least towards what we're talking about at the moment, and we'll come back and check out some different questions later on. So let's go ahead and keep getting into our sales automation apps.
Okay, so the holiday apps are basically, there are two main ones. One is the holiday one, and the other one is the gift focus one. So they are both, these apps were both made based on last year's statistics, and they are both have with two phases, like Amir, and this is like something we learned from last year, and we kind of optimize it. So first, phase one is for the Black Friday, and then for ending in Cyber Monday. And then phase two is the holiday one, and it starts on December 2nd, and it lasts for a week. So these are the two phases of both of the apps. The difference is how it starts. So the holiday app, just the general one, the holiday is a general store-wide sale with, I think it's set for 30%, but really everyone can change it to their own, custom decision, like what kind of discount they want to give their clients. So it starts with a general sale and continues to this whole time. And then the holiday sale is a little bit less, it's 25%. So this is just like a traditional store sale. The gift focus one is kind of more, I would say, a little bit more pushy, and it's focused, it gives your clients an option for single offers. So, and again, the offers that we chose, the products that we chose to offer are based on statistic of like what were the best selling products from last year. So we saw that albums and frames were the best sellers last year. So the first, I can show you here. So the first phase of this app is a discount for an album. It's 30% for an album. And you can see that the images and everything is just ready for you. We invested a lot in writing a nice copy. We took someone that is really, really good. And so it's just ready to use. You just need to look and see if it works for you. And also the banners in the store, everything is, and this one is actually a video of an album, so people can have a better, feel of the album. So that's the first discount that they have. And then I think it's 2 days later, they have another sale for frames. In this case, they have a frame in a discount of, I think we did 30%. I don't remember how much did we do here.
30%, yes.
Yeah, 30%. And they will see here their images actually in the email, they see just a general image. And in the gallery, they will see their images in the products, in the frames. So we saw that last year it worked very good. last year we called it the rolling publish. This year it's called gift focused app, but the idea is the same. So you can check out when you're installing the app, you can check out every image and you can choose to change. If you're deciding to do your sale on something else, let's say that you want to do on canvases or on our new acrylic prints, which is also new and I forgot to mention it. Just the rough start was threw me off. Yeah. So if you want to do for acrylic, then you will get here, you will change, you'll just like take a different, where I'm not in the edit mode. Yeah. You'll just change, let's get into the edit mode. So let's say I want to choose something for the large banner. So I'll just go, and if it's something that I don't have an image to, like Canvas, I can go and just choose one of our either discount that looks like this, or any other. There are other products here that you can make sales of. This is not relevant. And also this one, which is kind of a general banner that can go with everything. So this is like the options that you have if you want to change.
And you can also custom upload.
Yeah, if you want to take an image of something that you have at your house.
Yes, but I think we're getting maybe too deep into.
No, I think
specifics.
It's super interesting. Okay. Yes. No, because I think that everyone, we took the general statistic, like the big movement, like people bought more frames, people bought more albums. But maybe your clients like a different product that you want to promote it. So you can always adjust, and there are tokens. So you can really adjust everything in the emails and change like your offer.
Yeah, but even if you change it, you change the discount and change that, it will still, if you leave it as is, it will keep the time frames that we saw that are optimal for were optimal for purchases in recent years. So this 3 cycles of selling, the first one, the second one, and the Black Friday, which starts the morning of the Black Friday and ends on the evening of Cyber Monday, they will be set for you. So you just need to change the content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's actually a great place for a couple of questions that we got talking about the customization. One question that I think would kind of fit in there, and I think we can just look at the process anyway, is how you basically activate these apps on a particular gallery. And the main question that I saw too was if you're able to add your app to multiple galleries at once.
Yeah, so we'll get there in a minute, right? The multiple galleries and the other one. I'll just finish this. So
is there anything regarding the content here? And then we'll go to the assignment, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is perfect. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. So so this is and this part is the Black Friday part. And in this one, we specified the date and the hour. The hour needs to be, it's based on your time zone. So you need to go to the setting and set your time zone. So it will start 8 a.m. your time. And again, this is based on last year's statistics. So this one is firm. We kind of know the days that were peak for the sales. And this is where we...
with the open rate of emails and...
Yeah.
This is our analysis, so that we did.
So these are fixed like dates. And with the holiday campaign, you can change that.
Yeah, the holiday campaign, it's a little bit more general campaign.
Yeah.
It's the same in both apps. So both on the gift focused and on the classic, the holiday campaign is the same. You can switch off if you don't want. We recommend to have it because during this time, since November, well, it started already. Already we see a dramatic increase in store activity. But from November 19, November 23rd, there is another step, and it goes all the way to the middle of December. And usually it's better to have a discount active and the communication active during this time, because a lot of people are making buying decisions at that time. So the holiday is a little bit more standard one. It starts what we set up on December 2nd. You can change it, and then it goes for a week.
7 days. Yeah, you can change that as well. Everything is super clear, and you can modify everything. Regarding the sets of the banners, so right now in this one we chose this one with the flower, but we created this our last blog was about tips for the sales, and here you can see that there are different sets of banners and emails that kind of goes together that you can just adjust and put. So just keep in mind.
They're all inside. So
yeah, they're all inside. I'll show you in a minute. Keep in mind that you can do all these combination of banners and emails to have a different look if you want. I think I already showed it. If you go here and you just go to the change design and you see them all here. So this is another option. So now we can go to submitting.
Just a second. So this is the gift focused one.
We didn't talk about the teaser.
Yeah.
Which we added this year. So again, you can decide if you want it or not. The teaser kind of sets, expectation and tell them something is coming.
The teaser is just an email that's sent 2 days or 3 days before and says, just hold on, another campaign is coming. So this is something we're trying. We have our marketing person that really pushed for it. We didn't do it until this year. So we'll see how it goes and how many people choose to use it. So this was the gift focus. The gift focus was last year, as Nirit said, we called it the rolling publish. The rolling campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, just to wrap it up, it's made up of in the Black Friday period, which is starting here in this campaign in November 19, and it goes until the end of Cyber Monday. There are 3 different campaigns: product 1, the album; product 2, the frame; and then a general store trying to close the last remaining sales of the Black Friday. It have more communication, but you give the different campaign gives you a reason. It's not like you're hammering with the same message. It's different messages, so you are pushing for sales, but you're not too pushy, because it's like an album offer and then a frame offer. So you're giving yourself more reasons to engage with your customers more, and we saw that more engagement results in 15 to 18% more sales. So this is the gift focus. The other product.
Wait, what about the sign? The questions that we had. I think it's
okay. Yeah. So the answer is yes. It's easy. You can assign it to multiple galleries. Okay. So when you get in, here it's a demo account, doesn't have a lot of galleries. So you can either select like this, or you can have all kinds of filters. So I want it by occasion. Let's say my weddings, my family galleries.
By the way, you can create, if you want, you can, and you have different segment of clients, you can create different campaign, and each time assign it to a different. So if you, let's say you have portrait and you have wedding, which is a higher class, and you know that the prices are different, or maybe even the products are different there. So you can just create two different apps.
Yeah, you can install the app twice, and then when you share it, you can say, I want now to send it only to my weddings, okay? And then you apply it, or you can go with a price list, or there's a number of options here how to filter the galleries you assign it to. So campaigns, usually campaigns are assigned to multiple galleries at once.
There is also the option to choose main clients or photographer invited.
Yes, I didn't get into that.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, so this is on the app itself. You can select also the target audience, whether all the visitors get it, only the main clients get it, or invited. So you can also create different campaigns for your main clients, a different campaign for the visitors. So I'm back to answer to question one, and we're a little bit too long maybe on that. So the gift, as we said, it's like a more intensive approach to the holiday season. You're having lots of campaigns and more communication. So it's actually twice as much emails for the Black Friday. And there's the classic campaign, which is it's a simpler approach, store-wide. You have less emails. There are 3 emails during the Black Friday, and then there's another 3 emails during the holiday or the Christmas period. And here it's a store-wide, one campaign, just different emails reminding people. Again, we optimize the dates, the times, and you have also the graphics set up.
Okay.
John.
If you could for us too, just so everyone's able to see it, could you jump into how it's possible to actually customize your emails? Because I know as a photographer, that's one of the biggest things for a lot of us, is that we want to make sure that we sound genuine in the emails going out. And I really love all the customization you can do inside of these emails that go out. And that's just a big reminder for everyone who's watching too. And you may be thinking like, oh, it's automated, my clients aren't going to like that. You can really get in and tweak this email to be exactly how you want it to be. And there's also some codes you can put in to grab people's names and things. So you very much can make it your email and make it sound like you. So yeah, if you all can show us a little bit of that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so you mostly touch the main points. So the image, you can go into the image bank and say, I want to upload my own image, my own graphics. You can do that. You can choose to have automatically for each user that will get it, it will see the gallery cover photo. So different users will get different graphics. Or you can choose from the existing bank that we created for you.
I forgot it. I'm doing you like, stop.
No, don't too much. Yeah. And you don't see the fight here on the mouse that we have.
No, I think they can see.
They can see? Okay. And so you have here, this is the subject line for the email. So this will be the line that will be presented in email. It's a critical text. Okay, so this is very important. And one of the most important lines is when the campaign is about to expire, so last day or your offer is about to expire. These are usually the things that create the highest open rate. But also this one, again, we worked on with our perspective, but you can change it. The title is the title here, so I can go in and change it. Okay, and it will change. This will change the template, and I can also go and change all this heavy text. And like you mentioned, there's dynamic codes that you can add in, and then it will change the content based on the user or on the offer. So the expiration, how long there's to expiration, what is the discount code, the username, the user first name if you want it to be more personal, and so on.
These tokens, by the way, goes all the way to the banners in the store. So the discount, any kind of token will be there as well. So there's no room for mistakes.
Yes, so you can also make the banners personal. So you can also in the banner say, hey, John. And also the banner, the button here, or the button. So basically each of the emails. Now, we just looked on one of the emails, but any email here you can decide to personalize or even cancel if you don't want it to be sent out.
Yeah.
So you can say delete and remove, just remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was actually going to jump in because there was a question of, do you have to edit each part of the automation? And I would say the answer is yes and no. The emails are really nice. The stuff that they already set up for you is really nice. So if you didn't want to touch anything, you just go through and make sure that it's the way you want it to be and say, okay, that's great. Or like they were just showing us, you can go through and really nitpick each email and make it very customized towards your clients. Yeah. And if you all have anything to add to that as well, but yeah, they're great emails that are already written in there.
There's a lot of effort goes
into we think about we try to be very thoughtful about everything that is written there, and we invest a lot in this. So,
but still, if somebody has his personal angle and so on.
Or different languages, by the way,
Yeah.
if you want to customize it with your language, everything is possible.
Yeah. But usually 90% of the people use the as is what we do. Yes. This is why we decided we invest so much in it.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Now that we've talked about apps, I want to keep rolling into some of the more nitty-gritty fun stuff. What I would like to hear about, especially as a photographer, is any tips you all have as far as best practices with pricing, best practices with my emails. I know the automation basically is the best practice, but any little things that you can tell us about. And that was actually, there's a lot of questions about pricing and just the best way to price. So I would love to kind of just jump into your thought process on that.
Okay, we have some ideas for pricing, for marketing, and with the store tiles, I have something, but maybe I think the pricing is like something that people are most interested in. So we can jump into that and go back to
after that, yeah.
The fun stuff.
Okay, so in general, selling online, one of our missions, of course, is the mission for us is to help photographers sell more and have a better exposure of the brand online. This is what we're trying to do. But it is always, and we try to simplify it, like you said, the apps is basically a package that we package all the resources, the language, the text, the dates, the actions, the triggers, everything that will work so people can just take it and it will work for them in an optimized way. But still, each one of us, of you, photographers need to think about what's their strategy and how do they want to approach the online part of the business, which is a critical business. And this year, we saw that it became even more critical through the activity that we had in this year. So pricing, this is something that we're talking now before the holidays. Usually it's something that it's good to develop a strategy for that
throughout the year.
Throughout the year, yeah, not just for the holidays, but we are here on the holidays. So as a rule of thumb, prices should be, all the high-level products should be around the 200 to 300 markup. We have a tool here that you'll go to the pricing, and you can have multiple prices. For anyone who doesn't know Pic-Time, you can create a price list. We call it price list. It's not really a right name. It's really a store setup, because you can set up here which products you offer and what's the fulfillment path for them and the delivery path. And so there's a lot of things going on here. We're focusing only on the pricing at the moment. So I suggest to get in and to apply, you have it apply on a cost. And if you want it to be a markup of 100%, like 200% of the price, then you can say 100%, then your prices will be double. This is very low. I would say between 150 to 300 if you want to really...
to 200, which is 300.
Yeah, to 200, which is will make it X3 on all the products. You can have here an option for rounding. So just a normal rounding or a promotional style, 99 kind of rounding. And when you're doing it here on the price list level, it will do it for all the products that it can. So when I'm doing here a markup pricing, I'm saying when it can. So for example, if you self-fulfill, then we don't have your cost, then we will ignore that. And if you have records that you already set up tiered pricing, then we do not touch it. But everything else beside that will be automatically calculated. There is another option. If you say, you know what, I have my pricing, I just want to offset it 30% because I'm going to give a discount of 30% or something like that.
Maybe for the holiday.
Yeah, so we added this option of apply on price. So this will just move the existing pricing, and that works on everything. So this is one thing to go in. And again, recommendation for all the standard products. Standard, I mean everything beside, let's say, the prints type of products. In our system, it will be plugging a number like 150 and up. You can do whatever you want, but we do not recommend to do lower than that. And that should give you a margin to play with the discount. And discounts are critical for people to order. Think about yourself, and this will probably be most of your clients as well. So we like the discounts, and if we have a price and you give yourself placed room to discount, it will increase your sales. Prints. Prints is important because prints are, first, it's a highly purchased product, and for the simple prints, the cost per print is really low. So it can be $1, $2, or even below that, depends on the price, depends on the type. And for that, we really recommend that you will not have any product in the store. I used to say $10, but after a few panels and conversation, I've modified my result. Although from looking into the numbers, I'm not sticking. I think 10 is also a valid position, but I was convinced by a lot of other good selling photographers that $5 is also a good place. Don't have any item in the store that is below $5. So for example, if these prints are lower than that, then create a tiered pricing. Then let's say the first copies will be $5 each, and then after that, here it goes to $4, and then above 10 it will be $3. So each additional print above that will have this sliding scale, so people can order more. But it really doesn't make sense to have orders of $5 or $3. You need to push to a higher cart.
There is the thing with the shipping in places that the shipping is expensive for prints, that you can add the
Yes.
shipping inside the price.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good to
Yeah.
mention it.
Yeah, so there are options for you. So there are options, first of all, ship to me first. From various reasons, you may want to do that. But we can also, you can also have policies for shipping that you absorb the shipping cost. But then only for ground deliveries, and do that, also compensate on that on the product. So for pricing, really, we think that most photographers that we see in the system are kind of underpricing their products. I think in a lot, they're looking into, if it's in the US, to Walgreens or something, or Shutterfly, and they're trying to be competitive in that front. And from what we see, photographers that sell more and sell good do not do that. The value, and this goes into, as I said, the pricing, and all this discussion is something that goes not just for the holidays, it goes before. The whole approach and the build-up when you speak with your clients, it's important to build this as part of your workflow. John, I don't know if it's good now, but I planned also to speak about that. So is it a good time?
I just want to give a few tips for the sales, for the holiday sale before, because we're
okay.
almost
so
I'll get
back to that, because
maybe for the strong people that will stay with you.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about sales and pricing too. So I think we can come back to that and kind of lump it all together.
Yeah. Okay, so while we are here, I just wanted to mention that you can change the order of the tiles as they are going to be in the store. So let's say you're going to have a sale of an album, and you know the dates, so you can move the albums way high to your in the order of the storefront. In the storefront. If you want to promote like cards, you want like people to see it, you can put it in a better place. So you can move everything in your store, and you can see your sales, see what your clients love best, or decide what products you want to promote and put it out there, like high in the store. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is marketing. So we give you the tools for the emails, but you can also use your social media to market your sales. Probably your clients are also on your social media, and they see your feed and your story. So you can, we added, that's the PDF. So we created some resources for you for like, just like simple blacks or Christmas or the hand, whatever you choose, either for the feed or for the story. And you can just like write something for your clients that there is currently a sale in your store. And I really advise using it. I think that for sales, you need to see things a few times. Not all clients open their emails, so I think it's super important. In that blog of the tips, you'll find it here. Sorry, not here. I got, so you'll find it here. This is our imagery. And this is just an example from a photographer that did it last year, and we really loved it. So that's tip number 2. And I had another one, the store
navigation
bar.
Yeah.
So you can change the store navigation bar to be, instead of your scenes, to be your product. So you will have your prints, frames.
We can show it.
Yeah, we can show it. We can show how to do it.
Yeah. So this is a simple thing. Again, these are small things, but can help people see easier. So in default, our system is more leaning towards the viewing experience in the gallery. So you have here the scenes, and the story is like one spot. Mm-hmm. And if you'll go to to your brand settings, there is a setup here of how the gallery, so you can say show products in the gallery. So you can have it when you're in the gallery, it will show scenes. When you're in the store, it will show products. But in this case, it shows products always. Okay, just a second.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah,
we're
okay. Too old. Yes. Okay, and so if I'll go here and I'll refresh it now. Okay, so you see that now there's more room for the store in the navigation area.
Yeah, so just like a little tip, although, they see the banners, you cannot miss it. When you get into the store and it's in sale, or to the gallery and it's sale time, you can't miss it. Just for you, maybe people will want it just to, adapt it to their regular flow. Yeah. Okay, let's get some questions. Maybe.
Yeah, that's actually, I just want to say those last couple of tips were actually huge. Some of that stuff I personally wasn't even doing myself. Like when you reordered the products of this, I had no idea. So thank you for sharing those. Those are actually huge tips for anyone watching too. If you're just like, oh, they're really not little. That's the stuff that will make a difference in sales. Okay. But yeah, so 2 things I would love to do. I would love to just go over the process again of adding a gallery, just from like a very top level. Like if I want to make, not a gallery, an app. So if I want to make a new app, and then how I add it to my gallery, just so everyone can really see that, because really Pic-Time and the sales automation apps are hands down probably the most powerful feature of Pic-Time. And I want everyone to see it and understand it and get it.
Okay. So you're talking about like overall about apps. So for example, the abandoned cart or things, which by the way, we forgot to mention, it's a great tip. It's the best app, actually. It's really the best.
Add abandoned cart to every single one of your galleries.
Yes, and also to this.
And this you do from the automation, right? You do it from here.
So you can maybe explain the difference between campaign and automation.
So we jumped into apps to the setup of the banner, but for people who don't know the system. So in general, what we did for the marketing, the marketing version 2, the platform that we have is the sales and automation platform. We built it under the understanding. So as a mission, we want to help photographers in different verticals to sell more. And selling more is sometimes very delicate. You have to be specific to your workflow, to your customers. And we create.
Seems like we lost their feed. Maybe we lost the camera, so you'll be hanging out with me now. Oh, look, they're still doing it though. You can still see it. But basically, while they're figuring, oh, they're back. We can't hear you. Technology, the future. Still no sound.
How about now?
There it is. Yay!
Just a second, we'll go for the better mic. Now it's still good?
No, yeah, it's good. I see the mic.
John, you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And you sound great.
Okay, good. So the concept of the app is that it's a piece of code that we develop, we package it with all the resources, sometimes with an educator, somebody that's external to the company, that we work with them on the concept of somebody that we trust, or we see the numbers, or we trust them with their business strategies, and we implement this app into the system. And the idea is that we do not intend that people to use all the apps. The idea is that you have a selection of all kinds of business strategies, and you select the things that are suiting your own perspective, your own business agenda. So this is the idea of this app platform. And the idea is that you don't have to go through all the complexities. You can just install it. It's ready for you to go. If you want, you can customize it. So campaigns are, we just worked on campaigns until now. Campaigns are basically apps that you use as a one-off, usually mass type of distribution. So you run a campaign to a lot of galleries, a lot of users. These are the apps that you'll find under the campaigns section. Right now we have the holiday apps, and we have the general, like the general coupon, or the simple ones. And you're going to see, we made this split because you're going to see more and more packaged apps for marketing albums. We started for marketing albums, for marketing cards, for marketing frames. So we will prepare more and more campaigns for you, packaged campaigns for people through the year to just pick and use when they need.
Just a general sale for
general
albums,
sales,
or
yes. Either flash sale or campaigns. Automations are something else. They are more kind of a business workflow. These are apps that respond to triggers happening by users and then respond with something else. So you have the abandoned cart that we talked about. Abandoned cart is a simple app. If somebody adds something to the cart, you can set up a timer, say after 1 day, 2 days, whatever you want. Then the system automatically will engage with a campaign, telling them you have 24 hours or 48 hours with a discount to fulfill this cart, like to complete the order. If you do that, you're getting this discount. So this is a very successful app, as Nirit said. It's responsible for a lot of the volume that we had in the store.
So just keep in mind, if there's a discount, for example, 30% on holiday, and then there is the abandoned cart, what happens? Because the abandoned cart is a flash sale, right?
So the answer is depends. So we have two types of discounts. There's a stackable discount and non-stackable discount. By default, our discounts are non-stackable. So if you have two campaigns running at the same time, the system will automatically calculate the best discount for the user, but will not stack them one on top of the other. So if there's let's say, abandoned cart, and you give abandoned cart for all the products, and there's the campaign that runs now only with the album, then the abandoned cart can be used for the non-album parts of the cart, and the album
will not be included.
Will not be included, and the flash sale that you do with the holiday for the album will use the album because it's a higher discount. So it will use only one of them if it's a non-stackable. If you define it as stackable, then both discounts will accumulate.
Where do you define this?
In the app setup. In a second, I'll do that.
Okay.
So these are the automation. Under the automation, we have also a little bit more advanced apps, like the simple sales system, which is for amazing app for portrait photographers. I won't go into the details. It's a complete online IPS type of replacement. It's an amazing success. This is really we see a very good business cycles with this app. There's the backup, which enables you to sell backups for galleries for your clients. There's a more complete, this is some Hertz gallery to backup. It's a whole concept of sending emails to your main client, communicating. So you package the whole communication to the client, so you don't need to do that. There's the rolling publish from Ben H. It's again, automation of sending first kind of a teaser, like a sneak peek of the gallery, and then later on building some traction, and then later on releasing the whole gallery with a different type of actually discounts. In this app, the discounts are strike-through type of discounts, it's not codes that you need to type. It's automatically, everybody gets the discounts, but the visibility is, the visual is a little bit different. And there's the visitor boost, which is also, it's working on the pre-registration phase. So each one of them, I won't go to the details. Each one of them is like a more comprehensive online workflow that you can implement on your galleries. Usually automations you don't do, you define it. So you have a set of a few automations, and then when you create a gallery, let's say here. So when you go with a gallery, then you can switch on and off these automations and tag them into the gallery. So usually the automations you'll assign to a gallery when you create a gallery. It's not something usually that you do on a mass. However, the abandoned cart, if you didn't do, you can do it now. You can go and assign it to the mass like we showed you on the campaigns. I'll just show you and explain how it works.
And you need also to show the stackable. How do you do?
Yeah, so here I can go in and assign it to all my accounts. Now, abandoned cart, if you assign it to carts, it will trigger the timer for all the existing carts as now. So carts that already exist, it will start counting for them the timer as if it was as if they added the products now when you release the app. So basically,
if the product was there for, let's say, 8 days already, it will
wait. Let's say the abandoned cart waits 1 day, so it will wait another 1 day, and then it will start the campaign. Okay. Now, how do we go about adding a campaign? So we did it with the classic, but let's do it slower, right? This is what you asked, and we answered something else.
No, I don't know. John, you're here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a great explanation of the apps and kind of how you use them and how they work. I think that's actually a great place to kind of start going into a lot of the questions we have. And there's a fair amount actually.
Okay, so let's just like
I'm trying to figure out the best way to see all of them. One question that was kind of cool earlier was about the discounts and how you can do discounts on specific products. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh, here it goes. Can I give a different discount to different products? I want to have 30% store-wide except for custom-made albums.
So you can't, well, the only option that you can have different products, different discounts is with the rolling publish. In the rolling publish, the way the discount works is that you create 2 price lists. One is the discounted price list, and the other one is the non-discounted. And you tell the app, this is my discounted pricing, and this is my non, and it will show it. But then it's a whole workflow app. For the standard discount apps, let's go and see how we do that.
I actually didn't understand what you just explained. Maybe there are some, did you, maybe
okay, I'll say it again.
Me.
So in general, creating different discounts per product is something, it's a feature that exists only on the rolling publish app.
On the rolling bench.
The bench, yeah.
Okay, because I got confused with the rolling of the holiday.
No, it's not on the holiday, it's on the...
it's on bench, like the rolling...
Yeah, this is the only app that enables this type of discounting. It's a feature we created and we're testing it. But this is a whole workflow. It's not like for holiday. So if the question, which I assume is probably more towards the holiday sale, then I'll show you how you can't create for different products, different discounts, but you can limit the discount to specific products. Like we do here, for example, for the albums. Okay, so I'll go to the discount. We said 30%, we called it album 30. And here we say limit to specific products. And we go in and select the products that we want this discount to apply. So this discount will apply only to these products. If you want to have at the same time 2 campaigns running, one for albums, let's say 30%, and one for frames, 20%, then you have to create 2 apps and send them. Like I said before, don't do that. You can do that. So if this is what you want to do, then you'll have to create 2 apps and send them.
I understood something else. I think they wanted to create like a discount and then just not do a discount on specific products. So, and in that case,
yeah, or specific, like, yeah, where the album has less of a discount than everything else.
Less of a discount.
So on and so forth.
Yeah. So if you want to limit your discount, this is the way. You go
just
here
go
and
to the product.
You go and limit to specific products. If you want to have...
So basically you'll do all the products except the one that you don't want to give the discount to.
Correct. Here you mark the ones that you want to use. Now, if you want to create 2 different discounts, then you'll have to create 2 different apps. By the way, you can give them the same coupon code. It will work.
Okay, and how it will show in the gallery? It will just like...
You can decide whether you want to have a banner for that or not. So,
so you can unsign like
you
the
can
banners.
Just remove the banners, yes. You can, if, for example, for the second campaign, you can, let's say we want...
Can you do all this campaign, take off the emails and banners and write in
let's
the
do
other
that.
one? Wait, no.
Yeah.
And write in the other one that like this discount?
Yes, yeah.
And just this one will be invisible.
So, you know what, this is, let's say, a more, take it back. This is a more, this is a more complicated thing. And we can, I can show how to do that at the end of, let's say, at the tail of this discussion, of this webinar. More questions?
John, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay. It's always scary. We're not here. You're like
holding
us.
I'm sorry. I thought you were still answering a question. Let's hit another question. So here's one. I know there are a lot of products. I've heard that it's better to have fewer. Is it possible to give a recommendation guide of which products are best, or which products do you all see sell best?
So there's the product that sells best, and the product that makes more profit. Yes. You have depending on the type of photography, but there are fields like portraits and so on. Of course, downloads are a good product, but in the store for the prints, then prints is sold a lot. Profits are high on albums and frames. This is what we see are the best places where people make more money. Each sale usually is like, in comparison to selling of prints, photographers make much more money. So the profits are higher on the albums and the frames.
And I don't think we have like data on the new products.
New products, not yet, no.
And do we have like a list of from the best to the...
Yes, we do. This is something we can, I don't want to throw, write it. I don't want to throw it off.
So we can give that information? Okay, I'll write it.
One question and or suggestion that was given very often, I feel like it's more of a suggestion, is actually having the pre-created emails in the apps in different languages. So I think that's less of a question and more of a
request.
Yeah.
This is
it's a request.
a request.
A request. Yeah, exactly.
So for to close the previous one, we will post on the same place where the video will be posted. We will add a longer list from what I said, but as I said, definitely the profit-wise, the higher albums and frames. Prints are selling a lot, but usually photographers make less profit from them. Regarding the languages, this is right now we are not intending to do this the translation for other languages. We have the capability you saw on the website and so on, but it is super complicated and expensive for us right now logistically, with all the changes and the new apps. So we opened up everything. Now also the graphics, we're trying to remove language from the graphics. We still have, this is something that we're going to do on the banners in the store. We're going to replace, we already prepared the technology, but we didn't want to touch it this late of the year. But next year it will, so you will be able to translate the banners and the images there. We are taking less of a written text inside things, but this is a super heavy thing. So I don't believe emails will be translated by us in 2021, maybe after that.
Here's another question for you. Do the photos need to be cropped to a certain size, or are they automatically resized for the products?
So the photos are automatically resized, but they may need to be cropped. The system is cropping it, but users can, in the store, people can adjust it.
And we added a warning for the crop.
Let's go for the
cement box?
Wood box.
Okay.
Okay, so when I'm adding the products, I will get a warning, by the way, when I'm adding it to the cart and so on. But here you see it's a very soft, it's almost the same, but if the proportion would have been different, then it will be like that, and people can adjust the cropping. But they will see it here cropped. Okay, so the photos that you see here is already the cropped one. And if it is cropped, then on the cart, when they check out, they will be asked to approve that they understand that it is cropped, and they see the cropping and it's fine.
I would add to that too. I know whenever I have sales online, I have to approve the sale as well, and I'm able to see all the photos. So if for some reason I need to change the crop because someone did an 8:10, but the aspect ratio was different, I can also crop before I send it off to the printers as well. So hopefully that answers that question also.
Yes, you can set it up so it will get into a hold queue on your end.
Yes, it's called a hold order.
But it's important to know that this is not the default. So if people want it, they need to go and set it up.
Here's a good question. Is it possible to have clients select a product and you do the fulfillment yourself instead of sending it to the default lab?
Yes, we call it self-fulfill. And on the price list, instead of selecting a lab, you can select the self-fulfill.
Also, if you all could add to that question, because it just sounds like default lab. I'm not sure if everyone knows that there are different printing labs that you all can print through as well. So if you could talk a little bit about that, it'd be awesome.
Yes, you wanted to talk about it.
So each of these products may have different labs that produce it, okay? And each product can be coming from a different lab, okay? So you can mix and match. If one lab has this product that you like and another lab has other product that you like, you can use that. And here's the self-fulfill, which is, this is the mode that you were referring to, that you will get the order, you can download the cropped If it's an album, for example, you'll get the spreads, you'll download the spread, you'll also have the originals if you want, and then you can self-fulfill it, or you can choose any of the labs that working for this product.
I just wanted to show that when you decide on a product, you can always go between the labs and see the covers that are available and how it looks like. So it helps you, get your decision, and you can also see where is it delivered to. So this is also something that helps you choose the right lab for you.
Yeah.
Yes. So in every product.
Awesome.
Anyway, yeah.
Couple more. Let's see. Here's a kind of, I guess, technical question. How long would you recommend to keep a gallery online? 1 year or more, or shorter?
Well, so another very good app is the anniversary. Anniversary usually will be, let's say, 11 months from the.
But this is for a wedding.
Also for portrait anniversary can work. Next year, portrait session, like you say, come again, and so on. Usually we see the data that we have for that is it's something that we just look on what photographers are doing. It's not something that we can understand. Like, we do not speak with the clients and so on. But what we see before, or still a lot of people do it for a year. We today recommend 9 months. This is the default, mainly because we think the anniversary is also an app that works very well, and we didn't want that to collide with the anniversary. Another important thing to say is when you expire a gallery, you take it offline. These campaign apps or anniversary, for example, they will automatically bring it back online for the duration of the campaign. So you can send also the holiday campaigns to galleries that are going offline. So this should not be a consideration from that perspective.
Awesome. How much would you suggest selling digital or high-res digital prints for, or if you have an opinion on that?
No, but just 1 second. 1 second to complete
complete a different question.
On the other one, on the expiration. Again, this is the 9 months. One thing that there are the photographers that are having far less time, like 3 months or so, and a good consideration for that. Usually, expiration is a sales point. It's a place where you tell your clients, here, you have a decision, make up your mind. So either you purchase it for like purchasing a backup subscription, or you're purchasing print. So some photographers like to take it forward, and also they want to know that the client took their files, and like they want to make sure the deal is closed. But from the life cycle of a gallery, of course, after 3 months, there's a huge drop in the access to the gallery. But still, there's the Mom Day, Father Day, all kind of events that they'll work as well. But we saw that most photographers are going more towards the 9 months year. Now,
I think that as years go by, like in 5 years, you're suddenly getting your gallery. For me, I get Google's photos 5 years ago, and then I see it's like wine. It's getting so much better.
Yes.
Like your images are getting so much better, and every year that you're sending, I just Sam Blake wrote to us that her clients, like from 5 years, buy in the holidays, because you come across yourself 5 years ago. It's always very emotional.
Yeah. Back to your question, remind me, what was it? Sorry.
It was the high res.
The high res, and I don't have a good answer for that. It's really business models of people that would be usually more portrait type of business. And I really recommend people to look on the simple sale system. It's beyond the app that we have. So there's a whole business approach. Business approach to that, and we really see that it's doing wonders. So we really recommend it. There is a structured process of how to price your things.
Awesome. So some more questions. This one's a little bit off topic, but can you show an example of embedding Pic-Time on a site? And I know we won't be able to fully show it, but what is the best way to get Pic-Time integrated with your own website?
He's writing a note.
Yeah, wow. Off the sleeve, I know that in the group there's a few examples. But Aga, if you can search for, there's a ton of examples for that. If you can search and send us a link, then we'll show it. In general, there's a few places where you can share, integrate Pic-Time to your site. So here under integrations, you have the testimonials. So if you collect testimonials, Nirit don't like this feature, but people you can't change. So you can integrate the testimonials to your website. Okay, so you copy this code and integrate and put it into your website. So this is one touch point. The other ones are what we call the portfolio. Okay, so you have here the portfolio page, and you have the share option. And the same thing, you click the integrate, and you just copy the code and place it into your website. There are some kind of advanced coding here, so you can, there are all kinds of options. If it's a Wix website, there's something specific. And there's an ability that, depending on the website, Squarespace supports it and so on. You can integrate the Pic-Time portfolio into the site, and then it will also integrate into your navigation bar, so you can copy and really place into the, too complicated. It needs, but there's more advanced stuff here with integration. But this is one, and the other one is with the art galleries that, I don't know if we have art galleries here.
But one word about if you're integrating it to your website, in the portfolio, you have a place where you can edit your portfolio. So it's super, you can change since it's integrated to your website, we created tools to help you change the background and the fonts and everything. So this is really something you can adjust there's like the style here, and you can adjust it and just change a lot of things here.
Yeah, so you can go in and play with the style and then integrate it, and it will be.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, just to show something that is completely different. Yeah. So, and you can choose the layout, whether it's squares or different kind of tiles. And
it's important that the portfolio page, when it's a standalone, it has your logo or your brand name, and it has a footer with the terms of services, policies, and so on. When you integrate it into your website, then it will not have this, what we call furniture around.
So another kind of longer question, which is cool, which I'll chime in a little bit on this as well, because it's part of my process. So we have a question saying, any tips on selling albums if you design them yourself in a program like Smart Albums and print them through, say, someone like Redtree, which is actually the exact thing I do. Should you do this outside of Pic-Time or within Pic-Time? And I know from my experience, one of the coolest features, which I think gets missed sometimes, is that you can actually send products to your clients. So by doing this in the process, I can build my album in Smart Albums. So make all my spreads, have that all set up in Pic-Time, pick the product I want. So say like a 10 by 10 Redtree album, and then send them the product and say, hey, do you like this? And then they can purchase it through Pic-Time. Could you all expand on that, or did I explain that correctly?
Yeah, in a way. So yes, this is part of the things that like kind of a few additional tips that we think are important, but not for the holidays, but in general sales. So there is the option of designing an album in Pic-Time. You can either use it here, help a client with product design. So I went to the gallery, and then I'll go and I'll design an album, let's say.
But by the way, if you want to use your design from
yes.
okay.
So
okay, you're building.
Yes. And
okay.
So I'm designing the product, and I can click on the send to visitor. I'm providing the email or selecting, providing the email or selecting from the emails, and it will send them the design that they can either edit it and order or just order it. So this is one option to do that. There is another app that enables you to do that, but then the app follows up on them and say, hey, you have a design waiting for you and so on. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about. It's almost not used. I don't know, 100 photographers use it, but it has the best return. When you send it, the return per action is very high. So this workflow works when you design in Pic-Time. If you design in a Smart Album, like you said, we have the proofing cycle and so on, but there is a big disconnect now between this proofing and the ordering. I can tell you that this disconnect is going to be resolved. We are having a major, what we call Pic-Time 2 in somewhere beginning of 2021. A major gallery and store upgrade, and this is going to be part of the features. So you will be able also to connect into the fulfillment cycle, also external album editors, not only the Pic-Time ones.
I know one workaround that photographers do,
yes.
which you can actually upload if you want to, if the design that we have in the album is quite basic we want clients to create their albums. So we give options, but not like endless. So if you do want to design it in Smart Albums, and so you can upload it to the gallery.
To the proofing.
To the gallery, and then put it as in the product as a full.
That's correct. That's something I forgot. So if you're the photographer and you go into the store, then you will see only you, not anyone else. But if you're using the proofing cycle and you have the album set up there, you can go to the store, and then you have to manually just add the pages to the album. It will not automatically arrange it for you, but you can have it. You can order it this way, right?
So the proofing creates like a scene for you.
Yeah.
And then you upload it. I just wanted to show how. Let's go to the album for a minute. So you have the full page, and then you just upload them. Okay, let's get into one. So in each one, so you'll go to this one, and you'll just choose the design and drag it to here, and then you can create the album and use the app which promotes this album.
Yes, this is something.
This is how you do it, John.
Yep. Yeah. This is the way I do it when I either use the proofing, but that's if a customer already has an album in their wedding package, or I do this where I'll make an album, upload the spreads, and then send it this way.
Okay, so you can set it as a coupon, and then you'll have a better, more touch point, and
you can do it. It's a little bit more complicated. We have photographers that do that, right? On the Pic-Time 2, it's going to be streamlined.
You talk on Pic-Time 2 like everyone knows what it is.
That's around April.
Pic-Time 2 is like a major update. It's still undercover, but it's going to be really, really amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are things that are coming next year as well.
Yes.
A lot.
Questions. Awesome. Let me still digging through the questions here.
Are people still with us? It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, we have everybody in here.
Oh, that's
everyone's
amazing.
Hanging out.
That's so nice. I wish I could see the faces of everyone. I don't see any face. Even my face, I don't see. Like we're just in front of a screen. But we're sending our love to everyone.
Yes. So we jump to send the product.
No, Amir is so focused.
No, it's not focused. This conversation was totally not focused. But one more thing about the general sales you know what? I want the time to a little bit speak about the ongoing online sales in your standard workflow, because there's a few things that I think are important to say.
Okay.
Maybe I'll say it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So one of the challenges, I'll do it quick.
Okay.
It's important that you're to set the right mindset for your main clients. They will also do that for their close family. So the main targets are the main clients, and then the second circle, what we call the moms, the grandmas, sisters, that's it, really the close circle. And friends are the drop. People order, but there is a bigger drop in conversion. Conversion is when people view, browse, and then convert into a purchasing online product. So it's important to set the right mindset, state of mind that this is a high quality from a pro lab store. This is something that you stand behind, that you know that this is a high quality. It's important to plant these seeds from the moment you see them in the material you provide them and so on. One great idea that we had, I think it was also Sam Blake, that she sends in the package when people order, she sends one of her fine art prints to them, of a fine art print. So she prints a block of simple prints, small ones. She have it as one of the packages and said, this is the quality that you can order your print. So they can get better feel of how it looks. And this is nice product and nice photos that she takes for the art, general photos, not specific for this event. It's important to show them the albums, whatever product we stick a lot of albums because they are high margin, but albums, frames, and now the product like cards and so on. It's important that they'll see how your product looks and that they'll know that it's something else, and they need to know that it's different from if they'll go just to the supermarket and buy this type of prints. Another super important, maybe one of the most important things is provide to any gallery a few free prints. Prints cost you really almost nothing. Don't pay for the shipping, only for the print itself. 2-3 prints. Free has a magic. People tend not to pass on free gifts. And one of the biggest barriers is people to have the mindset to say, I'm going to purchase here and I'm going to click and do that. This is one of the biggest wall. And then when they started to do it, they usually buy more. So always provide a free, some free prints as part of any package that you have and you communicate.
Where do you put it in the line of early bird in this like?
Yeah, we will prepare something with this name and so on, but basically it is in the sales automation, we have this general coupon. Mm-hmm. Okay, call it
free print,
standard package, free print, whatever. Okay, and you can set it up that it will be set it up to be free.
So it's not a discount, it's a free product?
Yes, free. This is very important. Free. Select only one of the prints.
This is
metal.
There's so much. But I think, yeah, we got there.
Yeah. Okay, this is a fine art, but don't do fine art, but you say, let's say, let's have only 3, and you set it up, okay? And buy it.
Happy printing.
Happy printing, or from me to you, or whatever the copy. And, okay, and you can cancel the email, maybe have just a small banner and assign it only to the main clients. And this is a very important also.
So you release it when the early bird is out? Or?
Yes, just when you create the gallery, just when this is like a standard that you set it up once, And then every time you create a gallery, just add it to the...
For how long do you recommend doing it?
2 weeks. Usually 2 weeks is
so in the time of the...
Yeah, the early bird and this
the early bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is, and the last one was the send product that you talked about. Yes, questions?
That's awesome. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Let's see, more questions. And also, just so you all know, everyone is loving this in the chat. We still have about probably 200 people with us.
Whoa.
And
Wow,
they're
that's
saying
amazing.
they would love to see more panels like this more often.
Yeah, we should, like setting up was, and this is
a
the
nightmare.
first one, it was totally. But now that we're set up and hopefully next time we'll start like really seamlessly, I think that, yeah, that's really great. And I think we should definitely do one on the simple sale, like just for that. And you can offer us in the group if you want, like specific subject or things that you want to cover, and we can try and, you know, start doing it more.
Yeah. We're ready
Awesome.
to get more questions.
Yeah, before we get into the next question though, you all are a little bit out of focus. So I'm looking at it like, is it my glasses? Is it me? There you are. There you go. Oh, look at that. So good. Let's see. We have one, and a lot of these, they're very specific to Pic-Time in general. We don't have a lot of sales automation app questions, but just some kind of overall. So just to prepare you all.
Just I want to say something small about the holiday cards and the album. We didn't talk about it, but this is something that you can still do before the Black Friday sale starts. Yeah. So if you're taking the general sale of the Black Friday, it starts only on the 23. So you do have time to create one of them if you want, like something specific. If your supplier's deadlines is closed, then you can do now the holiday album sale or the holiday gift card, and then start with the simple holiday, the general classic thanks, classic sale, which starts on the 23rd. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah, now you can ask.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can you show us how a client chooses whether to download whip size or high resolution images on their gallery?
Yeah, so
we need to
set it up first.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we allow everybody can download web size and high res, and we say all photos. Let's say for a second, make it everybody. Okay. And now, so there are a number of paths that people can use to go and download. So if I'm going and downloading, then it will, when I'm clicking, it tells me web size or high res. Okay. Then I'll say web size. And by the way, when I'm doing that, I can download to my computer, or I can send it to my Dropbox or Google Photos account.
Also with the high res, right?
High res or low res, yes, depending what I'm allowed to. Yeah. Now, once I clicked it, it's doing it now. It's downloaded, and the next time it will do the last settings automatically for me. Okay. So now I can just go in and click on that. If I want to change it or anything else, then I can do it from here. Another option is to run through a selection, right? I can go and select photos, and then I can use these selections to download, or I can use the full gallery download here, web res, and here high res. Okay.
John, can you hear us?
Hello.
Y'all were so fast. I was like, oh.
You did it. Yeah, that was like clear and easy, I think.
So the biggest question, which I want to go ahead and just get this out of the way, a lot of people are asking, is there going to be a replay of this up and available for everybody?
Yes, sure. It's like recorded. We recorded it. Yeah, we will have it recorded. Yes, for sure. And
awesome.
we'll post in the group about it.
What else do we have? One question about the apps, specifically the holiday apps, is if you all considered production deadline end dates. So I'm assuming that the app's not sending emails too close to production printing times.
So there are two phases. There is the Black Friday and the holiday. The holiday does get into the hot water, you know, it's getting close there. So if you know, so it's like really not possible for us to cover all the deadlines of all the labs because some of them are earlier and some of them are later. This is why we did the album one, a separate one, because if your deadline of the album is now is on, I don't know, towards the end of November, then you should do it separately. But overall, we did not, we took it in mind, of course, but we did not specify it for the deadlines. We are going to announce it, not announce, if somebody is getting into the cart, he will see if the product if the production will make it to the holidays or not. We have experience from last year. People need to know if it's getting to their Christmas tree or not. So this is something they are, and it works for each lab with each deadlines and everything.
Yeah.
So this is something that is automatically letting your clients know whether it's getting them before Christmas or not.
So in general, the app, the campaign, the second part, the Christmas campaign ends a little bit early. It's 1 week from the second. In some labs, for some products, you can take it longer. We took some kind of measures there, but again, there will be products that will go into this red zone already. So as Nirit said, based on the product that people add, it will let them know if it's meeting the deadline or not.
And you can add it if you want in your email. If you know that there are specific products that are in your labs that are not going to, they're too late to start working on, so you can let your clients know in that second email, no?
We publish the deadlines.
Yeah, we have the deadlines. It's all in the blog of the first round of the apps that we published. So it's there. You have
it's in the blog.
Yeah, yeah.
So someone was, they'd love to hear more about the free prints. Honestly, I would too personally, but just kind of I guess how you can package that together. So, you know, you would send free prints, but then kind of where does it go from there and how does that, or what can you connect with the free prints to also help with sales?
Mm-hmm. With the workflow of early bird and all of this.
So it goes in parallel. This is something that you would use only for your main clients. So for example, here you select it and just select it to main client. So when you create a new gallery, you just add this, I won't add it now, but you just add this app to the gallery. You can create a template. So in order for you not to go and select it, you can put this app into your project template. Maybe I'll show a little bit. This is
important and saves a lot of time. Do you use the product template?
Half a hidden feature. So here under preferences, you have the project templates. This is where you can build different settings that you repeatedly use for different types of projects. Let's say here for weddings. So when you get into the template editor, it will show you only the relevant fields that you can choose. So you can have default cover.
Everything that is colored is the relevant.
Yeah, you can have default scenes. You can also have a standard video I saw that people do that talks about sales, albums, and so on. And you can also select this.
The automation workflow?
Yeah. You can select this standard app to be part of your package. So every time you create from this template, it will already be there. You just need to switch it on.
So let's say, what is the recommended basic package for sales in a project? You have the early bird and the free.
Yes.
And then.
So again, depends on the type of project. So what we did in the last update a few weeks ago in order to help people that do not want to invest so much time in learning everything. So we package the recommended apps here. So you can just switch them on. If you already have a setup, it will show you. If not, there's a very quick setup. So if you remember all the setups that we had in the app, this is summarized to the bare bone. And then you created a new app and it's up there running. So in general, for apps, we would recommend always have a free print. Like I said, you can create that. Early bird, expiration, abandoned cart are really a must. If you're doing portraits, simple sales system is really a must. Well, we really think. And then if you want to go to the next level, then you have the advanced workflow apps that then it requires from you. Okay, I can't see it from here. It will require from you a little bit more learning. As I said, we talked about it. So there's the workflow apps like the gallery to backup, the rolling publish, and the visitor boost. So these are a little bit more complicated apps.
So with the prints that you're giving, you're setting up to start. Is it triggered by entering the gallery in the beginning? It's really. Just like at this first 2 weeks, because it's going only to the main client. So it can be based on the beginning, the release of the gallery.
Yeah.
How is it?
Yeah, it's the release of the gallery, 2 weeks, like more. Well, I would make it more or less like the early bird. Try to make a funnel that everything goes through the same, let's say, decision points. 2, 3, that's really, it really doesn't matter. The main thing is to get them into the to the store and to the editor to start rolling with it. Then they'll.
The stackable thing. So if you're doing the free print and the early bird, you need to mark the early bird as.
No, because the free will be a better discount, so it will take the free, and then whatever comes beyond that will use the early bird.
So if they take a print and then they take an
If they take 10 prints, then it will take the 2 for the free.
Okay, great. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, so pretty much it sounds like it's kind of it's an added incentive to their order. So to get them into the store and say, wow, you get 3 free prints, and the chances of them grabbing more prints is exponentially higher, it sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. So yeah, I think we can keep hitting a couple more questions.
Okay.
There's a lot, but a lot of the stuff is getting very specific. Let's see. Any options for prepaid gift cards? Can clients purchase discounted gift cards for a Black Friday sale versus prints and products?
Actually, yes, and this is we didn't think about. So there is the option of a digital gift card. That's an app. It's from a little bit more complicated app because it's an app that creates a product, and the product is the gift card. You can create the different levels: $10, $20, $100, $50. I don't know, whatever. You can create a few levels, and then people can purchase it and then send it to someone else. So you can use it. This is actually can be used in parallel to other apps.
So you can do the holiday and for the same, like for the same amount of time, do the gift card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe just for the Black Friday, but it won't take the discount of the Black Friday.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking of. No, it won't. This is you're purchasing a. No, actually, you can. You can decide that the discount will be applied also on the credit. But you know what? We'll respond in the.
We'll get back to you on that.
We'll get back to you on that. Yes, because if you mark the discount to work also on that one, it should work.
Let's get Amir process this.
Yes,
we wrote it.
We need to check it.
Yeah, we'll get that. Get the list of the products from from the beginning.
Yeah, we'll add it on the.
Here's a small question: where can we grab your images for the social media post that you all were showing earlier?
So it's here, and it's this post, ready, set, sell. So these are the tips that we have here, and you will find it in marketing your sell, and it's in this place, utilize our images. So it's a PDF, you download it, and it looks like this. Well, I can't reach this window, but it looks like Amir will get it. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I think yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
I shall post it for everyone.
Oh, that's great. It's a great idea. So it's both for story and for post, just the general post.
Awesome, perfect. So many questions, so good.
We do not see them. It's better. Otherwise, if we've seen them, we would just loop out.
Can you share some social media tips to sell more products through Pic-Time? It's kind of broad, but if you'll have any little tips to help.
Social media tips. I think that the more you talk and show, the better. So it's not necessarily only one, post about I'm having she wrote here, create the gift that matters most, which is beautiful. But I think that if you take photos of the prints that you have at your, at your studio, I think it will be great. I think that getting maybe testimonials from from clients that already bought, even ask them to have an image of their print in their house. Everything that is, getting them closer to understand that, it's close to them. It's easy to make. The main point here is that it's super easy to make, and it's like a meaningful present. It's not just something that you buy and it fades in some way. It's just something that stays with you. So the more you show it, the more you talk about it, the better. So images, testimonials, and visuals from their houses.
One more thing, that when you post on social media, so actually we are going to add to the apps only for the art side. We're going to add some more packaged way for you to download materials from the app itself, matching this campaign and to post.
Yeah, we didn't make it.
Yeah, we didn't make it. We wanted to do it for this. It will be in January release. But one of the challenges we face is that when you post one ad in your social media, what will be the link? Usually when we send emails, it's a personalized link to each user. One of the things that will be important to say, that people that do that, if you want to create a link also, you can have, just a second.
But each client has his own
link. So because of all the login and caching system that we have, you can send a link like that. Okay, and this link will be basically your URL and /account. So this will be one URL that can work for all your clients. It basically sends them to a page. If the main clients, definitely they'll be logged in. If not, they'll log in, but then they'll see all their galleries. If it's one gallery, only the one gallery, but if they had a few sessions with you, then they'll see it, and then they can go to the store. So you can post on the social media one link that will apply to all galleries, to everybody. This is important as well.
That's awesome. Here's another good one. Can you add apps to expired galleries, or do they all have to be reactivated first?
So the campaigns, all the campaigns app will bring back automatically offline apps for the duration of the campaign, and then we'll take them back offline. So you do not need to do it. It will happen automatically.
Nice. That's awesome.
And just a second, and if you don't want to send it to offline, you have a filter when you select the galleries to send it to. There's one of the filters that you saw on the left, there is whether it's online or offline. So you can filter out if you don't want to send it. But if you send it, then it will bring them up.
How can I delete certain visitors' emails from the galleries?
To block their access?
Yeah.
So
it sounds like.
Yeah, so depends. If the client, if you're, you cannot delete, you cannot block visitors that were invited by your main client, but you can block visitors that were invited by yourself, and they will show up here. So all the photographer invited will show up here, and you can go and delete them. We got this request, and this is something that is coming up with the major, not in January, a little bit later, around this big update that we're doing. This is planned as well, that you'll be able also to override your client's invites. And just a second, and if you have right now something that you need to deal with, meaning there's a case approaching the support, a sensitive case or something like that, go to the chat support and they'll help you with that. They can do it for you.
It's a great opportunity to say a big, big thank you for our support team.
Amazing support.
Yeah, they're doing an amazing work. They're a group of 15 people. 15 or 16 photographers mostly all over the world, and we are just full of I don't know even how to say it, very grateful for this team. And just bear in mind that the holidays, we are gearing up and we are getting ready. We're like the shifts are geared with more support members in each one, but it may take a bit longer in the holidays. And if you don't want to catch your client's place, maybe
yes, it's important to say that we support also your clients. Yeah. So unless you checked out that you don't want us to, we are supporting also your clients during the holiday, helping them complete purchases and so on. So this is why it's more busy for us.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. So it's just about time, I think. We've had a great conversation talking about Pic-Time and everything that it can do. And I always love sitting down and hear more. I honestly learned a whole bunch, even myself being a user of Pic-Time for 3 years. And that's why I love stuff like this. So again, everyone watching on Zoom, on Facebook, if you all want to see more of these, definitely spam everybody at Pic-Time with requests for it. And I'm sure they'll try and put one together for you all in the future. But again, if you're new to Pic-Time and have never used it, make sure to check them out, pic-time.com. Also, don't forget to do your abandoned cart app. Don't forget to do any of the holiday apps, because all that stuff is coming up and you need the time for all those emails to come through. And yeah, you're going to want to do it, because I've been surprised at sales I've even made by literally just turning the apps on, like not even optimizing them or editing them at all, just turning it on will make a big difference. So that would be a little bit from me, John, the photographer, John Branch IV Photography. And
John,
Nirit and Amir, if you all want to end off with anything as well.
No, first of all, we want to thank you for holding this conversation. I think it would like spread all over the world, like here, without you. So we are really grateful. Your English is so good. It's such a struggle.
I remember the first time I came to America, and I said, the kids, they speak such a good English.
Yeah, I can't stop being amazed from like people that speak so good.
Well, thank you for having me. I loved it. This was fun.
Yeah, this was really great, and we hope we'll do it again.
We'll do it again. We'll definitely do it again.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, you're great.
Yes, definitely. So thank you all, everyone, for hanging out. And then Nirit and Amir, I need the host back from you all.
Yes.
We'll end it off. Have awesome sales for the holidays. I wish the best for everybody. And yeah, get on those sales. Do well.
Yeah. Thank you. So yes, I think you're back.
You're the host.
There we go. Awesome.
Your house. I think.
No, we're still live. I think we're still there.